Yo, what up, Fight World? Testing 1 2. Yo, yo, yo. Can y'all hear me? If y'all can hear me loud and clear, type the number 7. Type the number 7 if y'all can hear me loud and clear. Hello. If y'all can hear me, type the number 7. That's all I need to see. I just need to see them 7s. Canelo Alvarez defeated Average Pilgrim in 2 rounds. He was unable to continue and go out for the 3rd round. So, basically quit on the stool. It was one of those. Round 1, slower pace round. Canelo was the only one working. He threw shots, but he didn't really open up. I guess he was, trying to test the waters. Pilgrim did nothing in round 1. Round 2, Canelo started to fill him out even more and lace them combinations. Uppercut. He ended up, I think it was a 1-2 punch through Yildirim's guard. And he fell down, got knocked down. Canelo started unloading. It was a little bit confusing because somehow he survived a minute and 30 seconds after getting dropped and stuff in the 2nd round. And then Joel Diaz was like, hey, if you give me another round like that, I got to stop it. This is getting too crazy. I got to stop it. Show me something or I'm going to stop it. I'm here to protect you. Come on, Average Pilgrim. I'm here to protect you. So it was looking like he was going to come out for the 3rd round. And then the ref was like, gotcha, bitch. And he didn't come out for the 3rd round. So I was a little bit confused because I thought Joel Diaz, trainer of Average Pilgrim, was giving him one more round. But it's probably Pilgrim's fault because he was acting like brain dead or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he act like he was out of it. Like, I don't know if he speak English or whatever, because earlier Joel Diaz said, tell him in English. So I don't know. I don't know if Canelo, punched the common sense out of him, but he was, I don't know, the layoff or something. He just wasn't responding. Joel Diaz is like, don't give me another round. He was just like, are you good? Are you good? Are you hurt? Like he was a vegetable. I don't know. Canelo, I don't know what Canelo did, bro. But I don't know if he speak English. I don't know. I don't know what that was. But congrats, Canelo won. 2nd round, he obliterated a man. I think Yildirim threw 3 punches in the whole fight. It was crazy. I think Yildirim literally threw three punches. Ego Stradamus strikes again. You now see why I did not do the Boxing Ego watch party. Listen, I know, and I'm not saying this for sympathy because I don't need anyone's sympathy. I'm just telling you what it is. I am a person. I have a social life. I have goals that I set in place. So I told you, I'm not putting the extra stress on myself to cover that fight. We knew what it was going to be. Ego Stradamus strikes again. I had a very productive day. So I hope you guys had a good day out there. I actually handled a bunch of errands, and I got back. I was able to catch most of the Darrell fight, Fox, so I was able to see this. I didn't watch none of the undercard, things like that. But as predicted, Someone said Yildirim was robbed. Stop. As predicted. This is why I didn't do the BWP. Because it's, like I said, as a content creator, it's too exhausting for me, and I put off stuff that I got to do in real time to meet my goals. I put that off. Like Saturdays, when it's big popping fights and stuff, I put everything off. I put everything off. So I feel great. I feel great because I was able, because I'm so glad that I was transparent and I told y'all that I wasn't doing it because I got the monkey off my back and I got to handle everything that I needed to handle today, like I said I was going to, and I still had time to catch it. You know, it wasn't much to catch. The downside to a fight like this, other than what I've been telling you, Ego Stradamus strikes again, is I didn't see the undercard, but based on like Twitter and Instagram, it doesn't sound like it was popping. I don't think there was any legendary fights. Eddie Hearn has a 37-year-old like Chinese fighter, heavyweight. They said he didn't look that good. So I don't think it was a memorable undercard from what I hear, but I didn't watch it. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. The bad side is this. For Canelo, the intro and like the J Baldwin and the elaborate intro and match room, rematch room, Eddie Hearn, listen, Eddie Hearn, he gonna try to falsify it and make it look fake. You got pyrotechnics and the Rocketeers shooting from the sky and Goodyear blimps. You did all that. And all that, the ring intro looked awkward to me. You know, the dude was rapping, J Baldwin or whatever, and then he started walking out with Canelo. The four national anthems or Turkish national anthem, the national anthem of Mexico, English national anthem, the performance, all that lasted longer than the fight. All of it. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole thing, that was more like, so in essence, it kind of becomes overkill. You know what I'm saying? This is what I predicted though. It kind of becomes overkill when, hey, listen, I need y'all to get the likes up. The likes are too disrespectful right now. The amount of people in here versus the like, and I see the comments in the chat is moving. So I told you, my time comes at a cost. You can either respect it or you could disrespect it. But anytime my time is disrespected, then I got to throw up the deuces. So if you guys enjoy the content, I'm just, y'all going in the comment. I'm going to get to read some of y'all comments in a second. But can we please get the likes up? The money keep coming in. Second time now in a row, Canelo has chosen a punching bag. Shout out to the ancient mirror. I mean, for me, I feel great. I don't know how y'all feel. I didn't put, I knew it was going to be. I told you it was going to be. There's a couple people with Eagles Army that said the same thing and whatnot. So I treat this like a regular day. You know, I treat it like a regular day. Avni Yildirim, he should probably retire. What are you going to do? Where do you build from that type of performance? He should retire, bro. Who wants to watch a Yildirim Pilgrim fight after that? Like, listen, I can't tell a grown man when to retire, but good luck. Good luck selling out your next fight. It was a dreadful performance. One reason this was an easy fight prediction. Well, there's more than one. That's what I was telling y'all. This was pretty easy for me though. Listen, the money keep coming in. We got a $5 cash app. This is from Daquandre Hannon. He said, "Smash the like button, likes or loot." $5 from him. Appreciate you. We got another $5. This one is from Larry Lambert. It says, "Canelo Alvarez should change his name to Ghostface Killer." Are y'all going in? That's how you feel, Emery? Andres, shout out to y'all for the cash apps. Andres Madrid, boxing is now a joke. We deserve better. Hey, I don't have much to say because I've been telling you the same stuff. And y'all said I was Mr. Hater, boxing ego, hating. You know, y'all said I was hating ego and all that. I try to tell y'all. Yildirim, he should probably retire. I mean, it's hard to come back from performances like that. Like literally, I think he landed 3 punches. And actually, he caught Canelo with like one good punch. It was like pretty decent. Like, I think it was a right hand. I forget, but he didn't do much, bro. 707, yay area, man. Shout out to my people, Bay Area versus everybody. Now I hope the world gets to see the vindication that we have on the channel. They said I was hating when I was talking about this fight. Now y'all see my questions and concerns. For example, how on earth is this the person with that performance that was the #1 mandatory? How is that the #1 mandatory? Anthony Durrell, the dog Durrell, he just fought an up-and-comer, Davis or whatever. I watched that fight. Durrell, even after losing to Benavidez and getting stopped, being on a long layoff himself, because I was at Durrell's last fight. He fought on the Errol Spence versus Porter undercard, co-feature. It was really the co-feature. That was September 2019. I was there. Durrell he didn't fight all of 2020, but he also didn't look like Yildirim. In fact, I thought he should have beat the Davis. They said it was a draw. I don't know. I don't know how they scored it or whatever. But from what I seen, I missed some of the early rounds because like I said, I'm running my errands. I thought Durrell won. I thought he was boxing better. Defense was crispy. The other dude was cool, But nonetheless, I feel like I understand Canelo is a great talent, but I feel like either one of those would have at least did better than Yildirim. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying someone said check DAZN's IG for what? So you can see a bunch of angry people like I told you? I mean, what is there to check? All I got to do is check my memory bank. Yeah, Durrell, he had a long layoff. It wasn't quite as long as Yildirim, and he has a win over Yildirim, but he definitely didn't look like Yildirim. So it begs the question that I said before the fight, and now after we have a conclusion to the fight, the WBC, if it's not We Back Canelo, how on earth is this the man, Average Pilgrim, that is the #1 mandatory? He was coming off of a loss. He was coming off of a long layoff, and it looked like all of these things in the fight. You look like a motherfucker that's coming off a long layoff. You look like a motherfucker that's coming off of a loss. You look like a motherfucker that ain't fought in 2 years. Shout out to Leon. Or, hold on, Leo, my bad. Leo Davison, salute Ego. That title had me rolling. Average Pilgrim. Thank you. Appreciate it. The boy Kevin Slims. The money keep coming in. Where's Triple G? Salute Ego chat. I don't know. You have to ask DAZN about that. But, I mean, he looked everything that I feared, that I told you, that y'all said I was hating about, he looked it. He looked like a person off a long layoff. He looked like a person off a loss to Durrell. He looked like a person who had no chance. Like everything I said, the prodigal son has returned. So I'm not surprised. And see, the money keep coming in. Daquan Franklin. These guys seem to be taking dives. It's sad. $3. But listen, people, shout out to y'all on the Cash App. Ryan Wright, salute, bro. $5. Another day, another dollar. These times it's just a payday for me. Boxing sees, I take care of them. I put my best foot forward. I'm not perfect. I'm not always right. But when we get it right, it just tends to be a payday for me. Because people that follow my channel for real, they know what I said. They know what I've done. They know what I said. They know what I stand for, etc. But, yeah, everything that this fight was, it was like, and it's sad too, because even the DAZN commentary, they was bashing the fight after he stopped him. They said, we all knew this was going to happen. They're like, we all knew he didn't have a chance. then why'd y'all make the fight? You see what I'm saying? That's that's bad for your product. Like, imagine if I sold you a candy bar, right? I had an Egolicious candy bar. And I know that sounds sus, but let's say I was selling candy. I got it in that market. And I got an Egolicious candy bar. And the ingredients, you look on the back, you like, okay, this got caramel, it got marshmallows, it got sunflower seeds in it, you know, it got corn nuts in it. You're like, ew, this Egolicious candy bar sounds pretty disgusting. It doesn't sound appetizing. And I convince you, nah, man, you just got to give things a shot. Just try it. Just try this Egolicious candy bar. And you bite down and you like, patooey, what is this? That's that Egolicious candy bar. You're like, this is disgusting. Ego, why would you sell me this? That's the equivalent of what DAZN did, bro. You sold us not me, some of y'all. You sold the public on this fight, and then when it played out exactly how we knew it was going to play out, at least me, I can't say y'all, but at least me, when it plays out like that, you say, oh, we all knew this was going to happen. What? We knew it was going to happen, and you allowed it to happen on your network. Okay. So, crazy, you know. The money come in. The money keep coming in. Ace Bambino, $5 Cash App. He says, F YouTube. I don't know why the hostility towards YouTube. I guess he don't want to super chat. He rather send the Cash App. Listen, the Cash App's on the screen. Y'all can send whatever y'all want. Boxing Ego, $ Boxing Ego. Shout out to Lawrence Carter. We got a $3 Cash App. I can always count on you on fight night. Thanks. Appreciate it. Can y'all smash the like button? So, yeah, Canelo, he beat him up good. He did his thing. He was just kind of filling him out. Didn't really let punches fly. But round 2 he did. You know, he just opened up. Bop, bop, bop. The 1-2 was nice. Punched through Pilgrim's guard. He fell. And, you know, he looked like a deer in headlights. Yildirim. The boy Pilgrim. The Egolicious candy bar had me in tears, brethren. Man, I'm just saying, like, DAZN is now saying, like, oh, we knew this was, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, everyone knew this was going to be the outcome. Then why'd you put it on? Which is what I said from the beginning, but y'all said I was hating. Okay. Shout out to Adriana Torrance, $2 super chat. Appreciate you. Like, you know, all the anthems and performances that lasted longer than the fights, really. Longer, or at least the main event. So, yeah, Canelo definitely robbed the bank on DAZN. DAZN, for them to, I don't know. You tell me what you thought of the fight in the comments. I just know how I feel, and it's pretty in line with what I told you before. But let me know what you guys feel about the fight in the comment section. I'll read through it. Main event Mark, appreciate you, $2 Cash App. I was waiting for the Scottish anthem for Canelo too. That man ain't Scottish. That's funny though. Shout out to the boy Ace Bambino. Smash the like button, you peasants. That's not me saying it. He's saying it in the Cash App. So, yeah, bro, Canelo robbed the bank on DAZN because I can imagine if he sued them and Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya, and then he went back to them, they had to come correct with, you know, the proper purse, the proper wages. So he probably got, I mean, I can't guess his purse. I don't know. But I would say 15 mil, 25 mil. He probably got something good like that for the easiest of work. You know, so for him and his family, big up to Canelo. He definitely getting that guap. Like, bro, you didn't have to go 12 rounds, nothing. So, listen, 2 3-minute rounds, and the fight was only 2 rounds. So, that's, bro, Canelo, that's 6 minutes. 3 double, that's 6. 3 times 2, that's 6. So for 6 minutes of work and a ring entrance, 6 minutes, the ring entrance, he wasn't even there for the beginning of that. So just him walking out, I'm going to say that took cool 5 minutes. So that's 2 rounds, 3 minutes apiece. That's 6 for the actual fight. And then he quit. And then the ring walk, his portion of it, probably 5 minutes, 6 plus 5. So 11 minutes of work, he killing. Because he probably got like 20 mil plus or whatever they gave him. And they probably paid Yildirim, what's the name? Aldridge, whatever. Average Pilgrim probably got paid, good. But he didn't really do anything. I don't get this. Matt, appreciate you. We got a $2 cash app from Matt. It says Costco LQ hashtag Canelo blackout. What's the LQ? Costco. I don't get that. He gave Jacobs the work. Jacobs didn't get the work. Hold on. Notice the names, faces, and profile pics of the people doing the most hating. If you call Jacobs the black fighter getting the work, but he punched Canelo with some hard stuff in the second half of the fight. I remember one shot he hit Canelo and his whole head swiped to the. So if Canelo fighting the black American fighter Danny Jacobs, if that was giving someone the work, then I don't know what this was. This was a public execution because this Turkish dude, average Pilgrim, threw 3 punches and quit on a stool. So I don't even know why you even said Jacobs, the black fighter, that Canelo didn't just fight Jacobs. So I don't even know where that came from. Oh, that's right. Deflection tactics. Like what does Jacobs have to do with Jacobs? He didn't just fight, bro. But that's right. Deflection tactics. Man, Jacobs, if Jacobs got the whatever he said, got the brakes beat off him, then Yildirim is deceased. Because the Jacobs fight went 12 rounds. And it's ironic. If you guys look at the little code words that the haters say, is out of all Canelo's fights, he brought the random black American fighter that went 12 with Canelo. But you have a Turkish fighter that just got stopped in 2, quit on the stool. You have a Russian fighter, Kovalev, who was winning and got pieced up with 2 or 3 punches and stopped in the 7th or 11th or whatever round that was. But he brings up Jacobs for some reason, who actually put up a solid fight in the second half of the fight. That's just crazy to me. John Malone, appreciate you. $2 super chat. Much love. Pilgrim got his shoes unbuckled. H-Town representing. Shout out to H-Town. Let's go. So, yeah, I mean, like I said from the jump, if you think Caleb Plant will go out like that, if you think Jermall Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, Better Bevo, David Benavidez, Zurdo Ramirez, then we need to see those fights. You see what I'm saying? Because I think what I said before is valid. I can't see. I'm not psychic. You guys got to listen to me. I'm not psychic. But I've been in this game for years. I make full-time income in this game. I can't see Benavidez throwing 3 punches. Benavidez throws more than 3 punches at a single time. You know what I'm saying? In a sequence. I seen David Benavidez throw 8, 9, 10 punches. Brrr. He just let off the clip on certain guys. Now, I'm not saying he could do that to Canelo because we know Canelo is elusive. He's a great talent, and he's a great fighter. But this man really, Yildirim, Pilgrim or whatever, he literally landed like 3 punches. This channel is biased, deleting people's posts, and we're deleting you too. Can you please remove Mijo? It's okay, Mijo. It's okay, Mijo. Shout out to Cameron Renfro. The money keep coming in. We got a $16 Cash App. Block him. Cameron Renfro, appreciate you. $16. It says Canelo out here robbing people. Salute ego. Keep up the good work. And I don't know why y'all so mad. I told you I was doing the Canelo blackout. So I just treated this like a regular day and got my stuff together. That's what I told you. I tried warning y'all. You know what I'm saying? I made sure my day was straight. I made sure I made this count. You guys, if you fell for the okie doke, then hey, don't try to say I didn't warn you. That's like you look at a cave. It's a real dark cave. 10 people went in that cave. 8 people died in that cave. One person, the 9th person, come out, almost die, and they live to tell you about it. Man, I seen dead bodies, skeletons, skulls, all types of stuff. There's a monster in that cave. Don't go in that cave. I implore you. 8 people went in and never came out. One person came out and said he almost didn't come out. He said, please don't go in that cave, sir. And you go in that cave, and the monster gets you. Now, whose fault is that? You or the 9th dude? The 9th person that tried to warn you said, hey, I barely got out of there. There's a monster in there. Dead bodies is everywhere. Right? So I don't even understand why y'all so mad right now. Because I'm like Jay-Z of this boxing. Remember when Jay said, H to the is O, V to the is A. Remember when Jay said this? Y'all acting like I sold you crack. Hove did that, so hopefully you don't have to go through that. Ego did that, so hopefully you don't have to go through that. I told y'all, this is a regular day. They could say, and remember all the articles, all the old media articles, all the YouTube videos and stuff building this fight up or trying to, old media. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Isaiah Jones. Shout out to Isaiah Jones. Remember all the people that did the opposite of what I did. I said I was doing the blackout. I wasn't really, pressed about this. Canelo's a good fighter, yes, but we know the outcome. I got stuff to do, right? Hey, unblack Marquise Black. I don't know why he got blocked. He's really a regular. But let's get the likes up. I treat this like a regular day, so I feel great. I don't know why people are so angry. People, I try to warn y'all. But, I don't know. I don't know what people expected. And it's funny, too, because Canelo is he's a good fighter, and people say he's the face of boxing. So you mean to tell me the face of boxing is fighting a guy that looked like that? And the funny thing is, when Floyd Mayweather fought Berto, a lot of old media and a lot of the racists, they were angry. They were angry at Floyd, a black American fighter in America. They were angry. They were like, why is Floyd Mayweather fighting Berto, a 2-time champion, a guy who's younger than him, a guy who has power and speed, who gave guys good fights, even in defeat? Why would Floyd, he just ruined his legacy to me. They was angry. But Berto didn't look like that. The Pilgrim, you know what I mean? He didn't look like that. He didn't not try. In fact, Berto, that's my guy. Shout out to Berto. He's a very great guy in boxing. But I remember watching Andre Berto, say what you want about him, but he got hard. When he fought Jesus Soto Caras, he got stopped, but it was in the final round, and he had one arm. And he almost stopped Jesus Soto Caras in that fight with one arm. That's hard. But for some reason, even after that fight when Mayweather fought him, and knowing, if you know your boxing, knowing that stuff like that took place, or the war with Victor Ortiz, old media, they was mad. They was like, why would Floyd fight Berto? He's ruined his whole career and all this stuff. But nobody's saying that to Canelo. They're not saying he ruined anything, And Floyd, I can't think of anyone he fought coming off a 2-year layoff and lost. If anything, Floyd himself was the guy coming off a 2-year layoff. Yeah, like after he knocked out Ricky Hatton, he retired for 21 months, and he came and fought a Mexican legend, Juan Manuel Marquez, almost off a 2-year layoff. Or after he beat Pacquiao, and in the same year beat 2-time champion Berto, he retired, came back, fought a bigger, younger Conor McGregor, who had been doing well in the UFC at that time and is bigger than him and a southpaw. That was like a 2-3 year layoff. So if anything, Floyd is usually the smaller guy. Floyd is usually the older person or the guy coming off the long, lengthy layoff. Canelo just fought in December, so he was crispy. You've seen that. He was crispy in there. You know what I'm saying? His uppercut looked good. So Yildirim, he had no chance. It's okay. Shout out to Jeffrey Caesar. Even the Ultimate Warrior beating Hulk Hogan was way more believable than this horse spit. Y'all tripping today. So, like I said, the WBC, they're the ones that told you that Yildirim, all things considered, 2-year layoff, coming off a Darrell loss, they said he was a rival and he was the #1 mandatory. So that didn't age well. You know what I'm saying? That didn't really age well. Because I don't see how that's justified. And the ironic thing is, like I said, Darrell fought today, the guy who stopped Average Pilgrim. Darrell fought. Can y'all get the likes up? I need y'all to get the likes up. Darrell fought today, and he was on a decent layoff himself, a year plus. He didn't fight all last year, and he didn't look like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shout out to Martin Gonzalez. Wow. He just sent $23 in the Cash App. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? What a nice message and generous donation. Martin Gonzalez sent $23. He says, buy some 1800 tequila bottle to celebrate a Canelo win. All right, I got you. I'm about to buy some tequila after this. I'm gonna buy some tequila. Shout out to Richard Brown. Canelo letting DAZN make him look like a shark. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to Cameron Renfro. The money keep coming in. No refunds. Cameron Renfro, $10. Appreciate you. His comment says, Billy Joe Saunders is going to lose to Canelo too. I agree. If he doesn't fight Charlo, Benavidez, or Plant, next he has to water down the middleweight and super middleweight division. Appreciate you. I agree that Saunders can't beat Canelo right now, like at this point. J Balvin concert was fire. Yeah, that was better than the fight. Cause J Balvin, he was trying. Like he actually practiced his craft and he was, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to J Balvin. He was trying. He was trying to entertain. I can't say that for Average Pilgrim. But yeah, shout out to J Balvin. He was trying. He tried to be a crowd pleaser. So yeah, shout out to him. Edwin Javier, clenbuterol. Why y'all be doing this? It says, these are the real life comments y'all sending me. Like, this ain't scripted. It says, clenbuterol versus oxylfillarine coming next. Crying emojis. Like, all right. Y'all tripping. We got another one from Ace. Shout out to Ace Bambino. Canelo staying relevant in negative light. Sad. We got another $5 Cash App. Man, this is just phenomenal. It's like, you know, you stand on the front line and do what you say and believe what you say, and then it just starts raining money. You know what I mean? It's like raining money. Like the money just keep coming in. So you guys are great. Appreciate you for the support. I can't thank y'all enough. But yeah, the whole intro lasted longer than the fight. Can we get the likes up? I hope you guys enjoyed the Canelo Pilgrim fight. And like I said, everything I said before, I feel the same way now. The WBC, Canelo, DAZN, they're the ones that ultimately have to answer these questions to the fans. Like, what did I just watch? How is Yildirim ranked? Why do we need to see that? You know, those are the questions that I see coming up, like on Twitter and social media in the chat. So I don't really have to, you know, I don't really have to answer no questions because I've been saying the same thing. Now, on a personal note, the super chats, the cash apps, you guys have been great all week. You guys have been holding it down, helping the channel continue to strive. I got new stuff. I promise that I'm working on behind the scenes. I am literally one person. So some ideas, especially this is my baby. If it takes a little bit longer, that's because I'm trying to work. I'm trying to work and put it together right. But the thing is this. I don't know what that does for DAZN, you know. Canelo Alvarez, his fight, it lasted 2 rounds, and then someone pretty much retired on the stool. So like, first of all, Miami's not necessarily a known fight city. You know, it's not really a fight city yet. So I don't know. I don't know the live experience, but people watching it, you're like, okay, I didn't know a lot of the undercard. No classic fights there. You know, the concert was cool. And then the fight was a man getting beat up. Now, the thing that's great about Floyd, too, and I will keep referencing Floyd, because Floyd make guys look bad, but they're actually good fighters that are made to look that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, Floyd could fight an A, B, C fighter and make them look like horrible. I think all things considered, Pilgrim just is not that dude. So he looked like what he was supposed to look like. We got a $5 Cash App. This is from Alvaro Arriaga. It says $5 Cash App. Thank you. Canelo is a bitch. That's what he said. For ducking the good fighters. Why y'all so mad today, though? I'm in a great mood. y'all calling people. Listen, why y'all so angry? I just donated to your Cash App. Okay, it should come through in a minute if I haven't got to it. I got my phone out. Or maybe that was you. I don't know. Maybe that was you that I just read. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to really break down much on the fight because there was not much of a fight. There wasn't much resistance. Like, have you ever, like, see, this is the thing. And boxing is really analogous to life. So I look at it like this. Let's say me as a content creator, when I'm like, let's say video editing, and I stumble and I get to a roadblock where I'm like, how do I perform this edit? I got to bridge that gap. You see what I'm saying? Like, I got to find a way to the vision I have in my head to put that into motion in the edit using the tools and resources I have so y'all can see it. You see what I'm saying? Like, for me, you notice over the years, my audio got better. My audio got crisp. You know, we got crispy with the audio. Like, it took a while because audio is not necessarily my forte. Like, I write and do the rap stuff, but other people engineer it. You see what I'm saying? So the reason behind me saying all this is this. When I'm doing stuff myself, change is the thing that forces the most growth on me. Like, when I don't know how to do something or I'm dealt with the problem, that's how I truly have grown the channel from dealing with, like, obstacles. Like, I've been to fights and I left my battery at home and I'm in New York and my home is California. Now I got to figure it out. Those little, when life throws you lemons moments. So relating that to boxing, I think that's what people want for Canelo. Yes, he's good, but if you're not met with any type of resistance in your fight, it's going to always look like that. You know what I'm saying? And we don't really know if it's true growth. Are you so much different from the Mayweather fight? Because if you fight a certain style that works well with you, then it's hard to make that differential. Like, Credit to Terrence Crawford. Crawford will fight any style, southpaw, ortho, fast, slow, fat, skinny, multiple weight class. He's fighting the various styles, you know what I'm saying, in various weight classes. Like, okay, he 35 fighting this type of guy, puncher at 35, but he'll still fight a puncher at 40. But he'll also fight Mean Machine, a puncher at 47. You see what I'm saying? Or a southpaw, or an Olympian, or a non-Olympian. You know what I'm saying? He'll fight the various things. Guys with speed, like Gamboa has speed. You know what I'm saying? Look at Canelo's last two fights. There really wasn't much resistance. What he wanted to do worked. And until he fights certain people that I've been calling for years, I don't think we'll ever know if that's true growth or if he's, put it this way. I will give $1,000 to a lucky fan, $1,000 of my hard-earned money, and you know I work for my money. If David Benavidez quits on the stool in 2 rounds versus Canelo, if they fight next, I'll give $1,000. Because seeing is believing, and I want to give back to y'all. Because, you guys put me in this great position to do what I love every day. And every day I wake up, I'm thrilled and ecstatic to get back to work. So I want to give back to y'all. If Canelo fights David Benavidez next and he quits and looks like Yildirim, I'll give $1,000 to a lucky winner. I don't see that happening. Benavidez is a monster, In fact, there's other guys. It's not just Benavidez. There's a lot of guys that I don't feel would look in a fight like Yildirim looked. I don't think Charlo, like fans of Canelo, the Cinnabons and stuff, they can tell you that Charlo will get his butt kicked, but maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Seeing is believing, Don't tell Munguia. He's a little bit young, but I still think Munguia is a better fight. Like Munguia is not going to go out like that, but he don't have that much defense, so Canelo could piece him up too. But he's a warrior. Munguia, listen, Munguia, I would definitely, I'll tell you this much. Regardless of an outcome, I would rather see Munguia than what that was. Yildirim, for sure. And I don't even know if Munguia is 100% ready, but he's like 6 feet tall, so he's big. He got heart. He looks durable. Got to work on his defense, but his combination punches are crispy. So, yeah, any of those fights, Zurdo Ramirez, Jaime Munguia, I'll take that. Charlo, Andre, Bivol, Beterbiev, Caleb Plant, David Benavidez, any of those fights would be better, in my opinion, than Caleb Smith, how that turned out, and also the Avni Yildirim. And even the Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders, he wasn't even a big puncher at 160. What are you going to do with Canelo at 68? But run and fail drug tests and say crazy stuff. Joe Smith Jr., Canelo, I don't think, because Joe Smith Jr. knocked Bernard Hopkins out the ring. The man, he knocked him out the ring. So he's the type of person that even if Canelo's doing the best work and piecing up Joe Smith Jr., if you can't stop him and you get tired, he got cracks. I don't see that. That's just to me, that's like one of the more unrealistic fights for Canelo to take. Not saying I wouldn't want it. I'm just saying, like, that's just all high risk, low reward. He doesn't have the biggest name. He got cracks, and you can never get tired, and he would have the size advantage. Like I said, make it. Wow, you guys are going crazy in the Cash App. The money keep coming in. We got another $10, people. Appreciate you. $10 Cash App. No, I like Joe Smith Jr. He union strong. Shout out to New York. Shout out to Corey Moorfield. Appreciate you in the Cash App. $10. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really have nothing else to too much say. Jesse Wyatt, Super Chat. Appreciate you. $5. Canelo just fought a dude that be holding the slow down sign when you driving through a construction zone. Canelo is a joke. Stop ducking Charlo. Why y'all so angry today? Listen, I think the point is proven. There's good fights out there for Canelo. If you guys enjoy this and base all of his outcomes on his value as a fighter, I mean, to each his own. But to me, I feel like until you fight some of the other contemporary people that going into the fight, we know they said this guy. Just listen. They said this guy was a 40-1 underdog. 40-1. Some reports say 15-1, 20-1, whatever those odds were, it looked like it. He looked pedestrian. He looked bewildered. Somebody pull up CompuBox for Yildirim. Not really Canelo because he did the ass kicking. Somebody pull up Canelo opponent, average Pilgrim's CompuBox. I want to see how much he even threw and how much he landed because it couldn't have been that much. A lot of people are leaning in on this fight looks fixed. I think you guys are getting it confused. To me, I don't think that fight was fixed. Listen, the fight wasn't fixed. The outcome was fixed, if that makes sense. What I mean is this. Can we get the likes up? The outcome was fixed because you have a great fighter in Canelo who's talented, and then you have a guy who has every single thing. This is not a Rocky movie. You know what I'm saying? This is not Rocky Balboa, where Rocky Balboa, see, y'all get confused over Hollywood. Like, because Hollywood tell you Sylvester Stallone could be this guy who gets beat up in the gym and then fight this black champion, Apollo Creed, and give him the fight of his life and beat him and stuff like that. In the real world, Apollo Creed would dog walk Rocky Balboa if they were at different levels. You see what I'm saying? Apollo Creed would dog walk the Italian stallion. But when it's a cinema and it's a screenplay, anything can happen. You know, you can make this and this happens to this character, stuff like that. This is not a movie. This is not a movie. So like I said, if Rocky wasn't a movie, Rocky would probably get his ass beat by Drago, Apollo Creed, and Clubber Lang. You know what I'm saying? These dudes was big. They didn't even look like they're in the same weight class as him. But people are always holding out for the Buster Douglas effect. You know what I mean? Like, oh, the next Buster Douglas. It happened to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was on drugs. He told you that. He said he was passing drug tests with the fake phallus. If you don't know what a phallus is, look it up. They say my vocab is kind of tough. So if you're not sure what the word phallus is, you know, I got to try to use different vocab words for the YouTube algorithm. He was passing drug tests with the fake phallus, right? So Mike had discipline issues. Canelo, you know, I just want to fight. You know, in my fight with Trevor Burbick, I was punching, and I could tell he didn't like it. I was hurting him to bite. You know what I'm saying? Mike had his own issues, and it's a whole different time. You know what I mean? So he was tripping. Mike Tyson, if you listen to his bio and stuff like that, Mike Tyson was talking about he had STDs in some of his fights. He said, yeah, I was coming out to my fight and my dick was itching. It was burning. I was burning in it. Like, bro, Mike was a wild boy. How you box somebody and you got the itch, you know what I'm saying? Look at Mike's biography. He talk about it. He said he had STD in his fight. So like this, we talking about some old ass shit. We talking about some different. I was coming out to the fight and I was ready and I trained, but I also had an STD. I had jackets. I was burning, you know, athlete feet. I was, bro. He was tripping. Like, I love Mike. That's one of my favorite fighters. But I mean, he was tripping. He said when he fought Buster Douglas, Mike said he was in Japan having orgies. This is not my opinion. This is what he said. This is his life. He said it. Like, so you supposed to be focused on Buster Douglas. You like, hey, go get some more black tea. I want more black tea. Come on, I want to frolic. The man, you know, Mike gonna use them words. I'm just trying to. I want to have some acupuncture. I want to have some black tea. I want to frolic, bro. He trying to frolic. Do you understand? He was on some different ish. in the 80s. Because you know Mike gonna use them words like, I used to want to fornicate with her. And a little fellatio. I want I want her to come over and a little fellatio. A little fellatio. I want to frolic. Bro, he was trying to frolic. You see what I'm saying? I was trying to fornicate and frolic. I want to frolic about with beautiful Japanese women. Because that's what I like. Like, bro, he tripping. Canelo, I think he got a girlfriend and stuff, and he's disciplined. So we talking about two different stuff. Mike was trying to, I just want to frolic with a nice, get a deep tissue massage and frolic with these Japanese beautiful women. Like, bro, Mike is wild. Bro, Canelo is chill. He's disciplined. It's just different stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? I just want to fornicate. I want to frolic. I want to bump a bitch and get on the OnlyFans. I want to make a video for OnlyFans. Hey, can you imagine if Mike was heavyweight champion of the world and they had OnlyFans back then? You know what I'm saying? Mike would have been smashing beezies on the. I just want to be on OnlyFans. Make a tape. I want to make a tape for OnlyFans. Like he was tripping, bro. Canelo's he's very mature. He's always been like that. He wasn't trying to be on OnlyFans, making them tapes with them chicken heads. Listen, he wasn't. Bro, that boy Mike. They say I'm the king of impressions. I just want to bump a bitch. The bass slipped out. My bad. That's some bass stuff. Listen, I'll tell you how to be player out here. Bro, Mike was just wilding, so stop comparing stupid stuff. I just want to frolic and fornicate and make a tape like Old Dog. I want to make a Old Dog tape and put it on OnlyFans. Me and the Beezy with the OnlyFans. Let me stop for Mike mess me up and shit. For Mike knock me out and shit. I definitely. Hey, Boxing Eagle. I heard your jokes. You were talking all that shit. Like Ryan Garcia and Tank, you were talking. The money keep coming in. Listen, we got a $5 cash app. God bless America. Saul Canelo, he's out here playing a whack-a-mole. Hold on. What is whack-a-mole? Is that Chuck E. Cheese game? I know y'all didn't do that. Hold on. What's whack-a-mole? Is that the game at Chuck E. Cheese with the hammer? He said, hold on. He said Saul Canelo Alvarez out here playing whack-a-mole. Bro, what is whack-a-mole? Is that game from Chuck E. Cheese? Where the things pop up and... Okay, he's tripping, bro. That Larry, you're tripping. Larry, shout out to you for the cash app, but that's funny. You tripping. He said Canelo playing whack-a-mole. Yeah, he playing whack-a-mole, turn Avenue Yildirim to guacamole, bro. Turn that man to guacamole. Get him out of here. Let's go. That's a bar. Shout out to Bob Dole. Hey, everybody in the Cash app, they sending their monies. They sending currency to my Cash app. We got a $2 from Bob Dole, says the Canelo blackout. Y'all tripping today. Why is everyone angry? Like, why? That's what I'm trying to understand. Why y'all so angry? That boy Mike would have been a funny porn star. Yeah, who's your daddy? Who is it? I saw that one on Wesley Pipes. So I copied Wesley Pipes. I hit her with my pipe. I was watching Wesley Pipes and Justin Slayer. I got a couple ideas from it. Man, how many? Hold on. Somebody get the CompuBox for Avenue Yildirim. Let's work together on this. How many punches did he throw, and how many punches did he land? Let's go. I need the Ego Street team, the Boxer Ego Street team, to come through with the data. You know, I like a little bit of data. Y'all know I like a little data on my. Listen, y'all know I like a little bit of data. Somebody get the data. How much did Avenue Yildirim throw and land? We can start there. Yeah, get them likes up. I said my mic's up. I feel like Mike, yeah. Get them lights up. Oh, hold on. Alexa tripping. She listening and shit. Rocky Fielding was at least throwing back. Hey, y'all tripping today. Y'all some angry birds. Y'all some angry. Canelo gloves were shaped weird. Block him. That was just that was. Listen, it's like Showtime at the Apollo. That wasn't even funny. Block Dantrell. That wasn't funny. Like, can y'all get some write it out and practice it in the mirror? And if the joke makes you laugh, then maybe give it a shot. But start writing y'all jokes out so they can hit a little bit. That wasn't even funny, bro. Hold on, I'm just clearing the money. I gotta clear these cash apps. I'm just clearing the money. Hold on. He said the intro was longer than the fight. Facts. That's a big fact. That I don't know. I don't know. Everyone's mad, and I don't know. It is what it is. We knew what it was going to be. Or at least me. Like, you see, the other thing that was concerning is Yildirim looked out of it. Like, he looked like he didn't even want to be there. Like, he looked. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, some people look like they're actually showing for a paycheck. He looked like one of those people. Like, in round one, when he was getting punched up, I was like, okay, maybe there's a game plan here. He's trying to test the power and speed of Canelo. Yeah, maybe that's it. But then when Canelo started unloading and dumping on him in the round two, he didn't really do nothing. So I'm like, nah, this can't be, you know. And you heard Joel Diaz was like, hey, I'm about to stop it. Like, listen, if this was a great fight for Canelo, then explain this to me. It don't matter how good you are. Crawford is a great fighter. Chocolatito or whoever. When is the last time any great fighter, Better Biev has a lot of power. Errol Spence, Jamal Charlo, Wilder has crazy power. When is the last time, no matter how good the fighter was, that they fought valid competition and within the second round, like after the second round ends, you hear the opposing corner saying, I'm going to stop it? When is the last fight that happened? Like, for example, David Benavidez is a beast, but Anthony Durrell is a beast. When they fought, neither person's team in the second round was threatening to end the whole fight in the second round, going into the third. Like, even fights where guys got hurt, like let's say Andre Durrell, he got hurt versus James DeGale, I think in the first round, maybe the second round. You didn't hear Durrell's team in the second round panicking and say, hey, I got to stop it, even though he got dropped twice. Do you see what I'm saying? And he came back strong in that fight. So if we're talking about real elite fights, that's not really average. You know what I'm saying? That's not average. If you really believe you working with a champion caliber elite level fighter, even if it's looking bad for your fighter, you typically in an elite match aren't going to see somebody in the second round saying, hey, show me something big. In the second round, wow. Shout out to Leo Davison. $5 super chat. Bro, you almost made my head burst with the Mike impression. I'm the new Mike Tyson. I tried telling you. Mike Tyson of this boxing. Andre says, I am blocked from the chat. Love the title, Ego Veli. He paid just to say he was blocked. The money keep coming in. You have to hit me up on Instagram, at BoxingEgo1. DM me your channel URL. If you can hear me, that's the only way I can free you. Yeah, average Pilgrim, you know, I don't know what's going on, bro. Average Pilgrim, he looked like that was the Last Supper. Like, he was still full from Thanksgiving. He just looked like he was checked out, like from the whole fight, to be honest. But even, especially after he got punished by Canelo. So, yeah, I mean, Hold on. You guys let me know, man. Why are we struggling with the likes so much? Like the money, we're making more money in super chats and cash apps than we're doing likes. That's a problem. Okay, that's how you know I got real love on the channel, like Mary J. Blige. But there's some real haters. The amount of money we made surpasses something that's free, which is to hit the like button. Somebody make that make sense. Make that make sense when people are their hard-earned money, they're donating, which is above and beyond to support a channel. But then the free option to smash a like button, people ain't hitting the like. Come on, bro. Third round. Canelo loves fighting European fighters. None of this is news to me. You know what I'm saying? He said the people in Turkey, y'all are petty today. The people in Turkey really thought he had a chance. Yeah, he had a chance. A chance, all right. Chance to lose. Listen, I'm going to say it like this. He said it's YouTube, bro. That's what I'm saying. They be YouTube is Rico from Belly. Oh, he making on them super chat. He getting that cash. I don't like that. Nah, I don't like. Bro, it's like they won't let my likes grow. Like I used to get like 1,000 likes on post fight videos. Now they just won't let it grow. But I see engagement. I see people. I see dead people. Old media. You know what I'm saying? And it's just stuck at the same echelon. Remember, it used to grow by the hundreds and stuff. Whatever. Someone hit the dislike. Oh, take this while you're at it. Listen, when they hate, donate. I didn't do nothing, y'all. Canelo versus a punching bag should have been the title. Y'all are really angry today. Man, what is that? YouTube super chatting. Oh, that's that fake YouTube. Y'all crazy with these usernames. It says YouTube $5. Why did you do that though? That's funny. Every time you pop up, it's funny because your super chats. I thought it was a YouTube like bot or something. That's funny. I don't know why you did that. I guess for the reason to be funny. I guess. Yeah, man. I don't know. DAZN, my thing is this: what is their game plan? Like I really just feel like there's no way that they can be making positive revenue, paying Canelo X, Y, and Z purse wise for events like that. Am I bugging? I just don't see it. I'm a business owner, and I'm about my business. I'm about my bread. You know what I'm saying? But I can't see it. I can't see how you would really generate positive income with the amount that you're probably gonna have to throw Canelo's way. And like J Balvin and pyrotechnics and fireworks and all this extra, they got Cisco and all these performances. Ooh, that dress so scandalous, and I know I never can't handle it. Like you got all these performances and stuff, like it's a halftime show. There's no way that you get the positive outcome financially and you spending that much. You know what I'm saying? Like pyrotechnics, that costs money, fireworks. Like Disney, I think Disneyland said they spend when they have like them big fireworks show, they spend like 100,000 a night on fireworks. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying it from a pocket watch. I'm just wondering what is DAZN's like actual in game. So you have a camera crew, you have gaffers, you have sound check people, you have a celebrity performance, J Balvin or whatever, and pyrotechnics and fireworks. See, Eddie Hearn likes that. Eddie Hearn likes all that fluff. But you know the craziest thing? Fox, their car was actually better from what I seen. They had a car that was better and they didn't even have no fireworks and nothing. Bro, boxing could be a huge loss leader if you approach it wrong. And I might start doing like consultations because there's a lot of people who have bread that when they break into boxing, but you really have to understand this sport to thrive and make positive revenue if you're just doing any type of things. Listen, I'm not anti-fighters getting paid, but realistically speaking, and I don't want to drop too much gems because my time costs money. You guys see it. But the bottom line is this. I think at the end, at the heart of it, people would rather have no lighting, special effects, no elaborate ring walk, no pyrotechnics and performances, and a good fight. You know what I mean? Like, if you're like, I would rather get Canelo versus Gilberto Ramirez, just for example. You could probably get him for it. He's with Golden Boy now. You know, you could probably get him for a reasonable price. Slap that on the Mexican Independence Day weekend or Cinco de Mayo weekend or whatever, so it kind of is festive. Skip all the special lightings and stuff like that and build and promote the fight. Like, this fight wasn't really promoted well from what I seen, but then you got all this other stuff. Like, it's just like, this is Eddie Hearn's specialty, is like he's trying to do some George Lucas type productions, but you don't have a George Lucas Star Wars type of story. Like, he did the fight camp and you got Alan Babick versus Randy Savage, and that's the fight. And you got all this elaborate stuff. Like, it just seems like overkill. So I would rather have better matches than the fluff. And I think boxing is like that. And shout out to Triller. Here's why. Because Triller, they're doing a better, this is my opinion. Triller, in their very first major boxing event, they did a better job than DAZN. They did a better job being DAZN than DAZN. What I mean is, what DAZN, I believe they're going after, Triller, with no experience, with no past event in boxing, did the Mike Tyson Roy Jones and nailed it. And it had the right feel. And they didn't have, DAZN they've been out since 2017, 18. So Triller, shout out to them, Cavagnon and all them. I think that's what DAZN wants to be in America. Because you remember Triller had rappers that people wanted to hear. Like, you know what I'm saying? They had classic, like OG Snoop. East Coast ain't got love for Dr. Dre. Let it be known. Like, they had Snoop. I forgot all the people were there. French. Montana, huh? They had Wiz. You know what I'm saying? So the little performance in between sets was cool. Snoop as a commentator is better than everybody on DAZN, basically. Their lighting was dope. Their camera angles was pretty dope. They had one camera angle. I do video editing and photography and that type of stuff. So they had one camera angle that I didn't really care for, but the whole production and presentation seemed like what DAZN is going after. So I think Triller, you know, I'm curious to see how they handle the Teofimo fight. Mike Tyson, you know, he said he's going to come back. I want to see how his next fight is, Jake Paul. I'm curious about that because I think they did a better job of a bigger event and bridging that gap. DAZN is like, with the way their production is, it's like great value. You know what I'm saying? Like Walmart Equate, and like it don't feel the same. I thought Triller had great lighting, high quality cameras, the whole production. It just looked more like, I would be more proud as a DP and someone who does video edit. I'd be more proud of the Triller product than that Canelo thing. Like Canelo walking out with J Balvin, it looked kind of awkward, you know. And I know they're friends and they're probably boys and stuff like that. But Canelo, that seemed like Eddie Hearn wanted that more than Canelo. Like it didn't even seem like, this is just my opinion, it didn't really seem like Canelo's speed. Like, he probably listens to J Balvin, but like, for example, Broner walks out with rappers and it looks so natural. I remember he walked out with Kendrick. And it just, Broner is being Broner. He walked out with Kodak Black and he dancing and stuff, and it looked natural. But Canelo walking out and shadow boxing with J Balvin, the energy, it looked off to me. They had this little like throwback Miami Vice looking, I don't know, just the whole Miami. I don't know. It just didn't land for me. You know what I mean? It just seemed off. It seemed forced. That's a great way to put it. It seemed forced. He said, "What an idiot fight." Larry Lambert, $5. Y'all blowing up that Cash App though. Hey, haters is in here. Smash the like button. $5 Cash App. It says Pilgrim fighting like it was his last day at work. Why Larry doing y'all like that? Hold on. This man Larry says Pilgrim was fighting like it was his last day at work. That's funny because as a manager at my last job before I started doing this, the people who put their 2 weeks in, they really don't even care half the time. Like if you want to see an employee switch up, let them put that 2 weeks in. When an employee put that 2 weeks in and they have another job already lined up that they're hired, they be calling in sick, no effort. That's funny. That boy Larry said Pilgrim fight like he last day in the office or at the job at the gig. He sent another one. $3, Larry Lambert. DAZN trying to be Star Wars Pilgrim Jar Jar. Hey, this man is tripping, bro. He says DAZN is trying to be Star Wars and Pilgrim is Jar Jar Binks. Hey, dog, Larry, you gotta chill, bro. That man called him Jar Jar Binks. Why you? Come on, man. Bro, I can't wait to hear Mauricio Suleiman justify how Pilgrim was ranked ahead of anybody. David Benavidez, Darrell, anybody. That was horrible. I really would I would love to hear it. I see no way in hell, no way on earth that Benavidez would quit on the stool in 2 fighting Canelo. I don't see it. And like, you know what made it worse? Is round 1 was uneventful. Like Canelo, he wasn't round 1. It was like kind of almost the worst outcome that it could have been, because round 1, Canelo wasn't looking so destructive. So realistically, the maximum punishment was really inflicted in 1 round, round 2, and after that, he just couldn't do nothing. The fight was over. You see what I'm saying? Like, so 1 knockdown and 1 round of like true punishment, and then the fight was just over. You see what I'm saying? Like, it'd be one thing if round 1 looked like round 2 and he was just getting bop, 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 and he just getting like, he was so badly hurt, but he wasn't even, round 1 wasn't nothing even exciting. You know what I mean? Canelo started to get more comfortable and throw uppercuts and hooks and stuff in round 2. And then that's when he started, putting the pace on Yildirim. And then he went to his corner, survived the knockdown round. And then it was just, okay, it's over. So whatever. Very predictable outcome, which is why I told. Now, can you listen? They say I'm the realest in the game now. I'm the stream king. They say I'm the Don. Can you imagine if I did a Boxing Eagle watch party? I would be I would probably be as angry as some of y'all, because I accomplished so much today. Like, if you guys go follow me on Instagram, I was just out and about. I hit the nail on the head. I was like, bow, bow. I was being super productive. I got a lot done. And you guys have to understand that even though I'm a host and I love boxing, I got a life and I got other stuff that I want to show y'all and implement on the channel. So these Boxing Eagle watch parties, that's why I say, if you can support the free ways alike, you guys could do Cash Apps, Super Chat, Zelle, all that. That's cool. I am one person. So that's why I was very transparent with this Canelo fight, saying I can't do it. We know the outcome. We can't do it. So I would have been doing the whole card, I would have been doing like a 4-hour stream, like always, for that outcome. So that's why I feel good, you know what I'm saying? Because I know I didn't waste my day of productivity being tied into that. So I think that's why some of y'all are mad versus me, because I seen this coming a mile away. And I told you on my channel, I don't follow trends. I set them. I set trends. And you tend to see people copy. So the trend is, I told you, if boxing if people aren't trying and they're just putting together like cash, like this is a great opportunity for a cash grab for Canelo. That doesn't impact my life. That doesn't help my family. That doesn't help my channel. You see what I'm saying? I give so much to this game and so much of my time to this game. So we got to start, evening that gap. That's great for Canelo. Make $1 billion, 1,000 for $1 billion. That's great for you. But if you're not doing some of the moves that positively impact the sport I love, then that's fine. Keep doing whatever you're doing, and then I'll just black out the day. I'm not gonna dedicate my time, which we only have 24 hours in a day. Some of that is spent sleeping, because we all gotta sleep, to stuff like that. So me, I didn't really spend time. Like, I'm on this stream talking to y'all and getting paid more than I watched the card. You know what I mean? Because I was really in and out of stores. I feel good. But I feel bad for some of the people that didn't listen to me, because they're the ones that probably sat through this or paid top dollar for the pay-per-view and all that. Oh, wow. Benavidez calling out Canelo again. See? And the real boxers, that's why they feel my channel, because they know what it is. They know I'm speaking the truth. Like, I know these people are celebrities and whatnot. I would truly be angry if I went to Canelo's fight, me personally, because I'm not Danny. Like, I see right now, Crawford, Andrade, and Danny Garcia. Because if I go to a fight, I finance everything. If I go to the fight, I'm there and I'm working. So it's different when you're going there for, like, you could just watch it and leave and then go to a club after. If I went and left Cali and disrupted the productivity that I've been having and went to try to get credentialed and covered that, I would have been hot. I would have been hot. I'm just telling y'all straight like it is. I would have been hot because as a business and a business owner, it has to be justified, and you can't always pick the best fights and stuff like that. But certain fights, you have a good inclination if it's gonna have a desired outcome. The bigger the fight, the anticipated fight, and you can just wing it. But I would have been hot because I'm not going just as a spectator. Like, see, that's what people have to understand. Like, what I do, I'm going to work. Like, I watch the fight and, it's cool and I enjoy my job, but I'm out there grinding, trying to work, build the empire, build the channel so you guys could get content and stuff like that. I would have been hot if I went to Miami, unless Eddie Hearn paid for my whole trip like he be doing some of these other people. But if I had to pay I would have been hot. I would have been tight. I'm just telling you what it is. Because I can't really justify that for that. You know what I mean? So, to each his own. I didn't see no, like, I didn't see no, like, legendary. Oh, so they announced it. Breaking news. Canelo's next fight, breaking news. His team just announced he is, in fact, fighting Billy Joe Saunders. They said, let the unification begin. This is the Canelo era. Y'all see that? So his next fight is already predetermined. It's another guy from England. So it's not Benavidez, it's not Charlo, it's not Andrade, who was in attendance to this Canelo fight again. So it is what it is. They announced it. Eddie Hearn confirmed it too. Look. So Canelo's next fight So y'all gotta wait for Caleb Plants and Charlo, those types of fights. Teddy Atlas. One thing is clear: these mandatory number ones ain't what they supposed to be. They ain't what they are supposed to be. I love Canelo, but in these type of fights, he could just do whatever he wants, as if he were in the gym hitting the bag. Wins the next UFC fight. This is Teddy Atlas. Wow. So I guess I'm not alone. Teddy Atlas is saying the same thing now. But just keep in mind, this is what I've been saying before, during, and after. Shout out to Elijah Billings. The money keep coming in. Politics and boxing make me glad I don't fight. Word. So that's Teddy Atlas. He said, these mandatories ain't looking right. So, I mean, it is what it is. That's my time. I don't even really want to spend too much more of my time talking about this because I told you I was doing the Canelo blackout. I wasn't going to lend any positive exposure to the fight before the fight. So they had to handle that. Like, there's just a lot of stuff that I do on the channel, and, maybe it gets taken for granted. So I allowed them to promote the fight the best way they know how and see what the event was going to be on its own, organically. That's why I wasn't promoting it. I wasn't overly. I told y'all straight up. So, listen, the last thought I'm going to leave y'all with is this. Canelo is a great fighter. I've always said that. But you have to be real with yourself at some point. At what point is a great fighter never tested? Floyd Mayweather, in my opinion, is a better fighter than Canelo. In fact, he beat Canelo. But even the great Floyd Mayweather, easy work, I ain't got to worry about it. Money May, he's been tested. He's been tested. No matter how his defense is set up, how high his aptitude for boxing or his skill set, he's had tough fight. Maidana was a decently tough fight. Castillo, DeMarcus Corley, Shane Mosley clipped him, But Canelo, you look at his last fight with Caleb Smith, the whole way is one-sided. You look at his fight with Yildirim, everything I predicted came true. 2 rounds, then the guy quits. Rocky Fielding, everything you thought that fight was going to be, 1,000% what you thought it was going to be is what happened. So, like I said, it ain't hard to tell. Like Nas said, it ain't hard to tell. Ego, I just took a dump, TMI, and it looked like Canelo versus average Pilgrim fight, straight boo-boo. He not going through any adversity. That's what I'm saying. So, you can make Canelo seem to be this mythical creature, but he's gonna always be that, as him being a talented, great fighter, if he's not fighting the guys that stand any chance to beat him. And ironically enough, when there's a black man and a black fighter like Floyd Mayweather, who was atop of boxing, some of these same fans said, this is why I hate Floyd. This is what I detest. Floyd is pillow-fisted. Floyd is a cherry picker. You know what I'm saying? That was a stoppage, but that wasn't no violent. So you mean to tell me you fight Kovalev, he looks worse than he did with 2 fights with Dre Ward. He looks worse than he did in the Alida Alvarez fight and Yard fight. He looked like a whole different being. And then you stop him with 2 or 3 punches out of nowhere in a fight where you're not even looking good. And he wasn't really looking good. But then Yildirim, you knock him down once, don't finish him, and he quits on the stool. I mean, how do you stop someone at 175 who was a former champion, and then a guy off a 2-year layoff in a lighter division where your body looks like you in shape, looks like you ready, you drop him, but then you don't really even finish him in the round. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like Usyk versus Chad Tablespoon, where he just had too much, or he was too disengaged, so they just stopped the fight. But you stopped Kovalev at 175 with 2 punches. You know what I mean? And that's why I tell you the Kovalev fight, to me, looked FAF. You stopping a guy who's a respected champion at a point at 175 and had a belt at the point, but then you fighting Yildirim, and you were beating him and hitting him with flashy shots, and he didn't look like you know what I'm saying. He wasn't like, bro. If Wilder hits you with his flashy shots, you'll look like you're dead. You know what I'm saying? He's just gonna knock you out. It's just what it is. If Better Biev hit you flush like Canelo was hitting Yildirim flush, you're just gonna look bad, bro. Because you're gonna be, you know, writhing in pain and like decapitated. So I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. Like power and stuff like that. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen someone like go up to 75 and then they just not looking great in the fight and just destroy a person at 175 with 2-3 punches, but then you hit him and he looked like a punching bag at a lighter weight that's more manageable, and you've acclimated to this weight a bit more because you have several fights at 168 or 175, blah, 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 15 plus years in the game, and then you stop him via corner stoppage. You know, that looks a little bit weird. No, I mean, people keep alluding to this fight being a fixed fight. I don't know that, but like I said, the outcome is fixed for sure because everything you thought with the lengthy layoff, 2-year layoff, guy coming off a loss, this is why fights like that don't get made. You know what I'm saying? This is why you don't have a 2-year. Like, I mean, just who wouldn't be the same? Like, I don't know. You don't even know what some of these fighters like a Yildirim, you don't even know what he does, and he could be drinking beer for 2 years and then get the call to Canelo, and then, you know, so this was real predictable for me. But anyway, that's my time. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good night. I'll be back with some more heat on the channel. Shout out to everybody that left a super chat. Shout out to my shooters, the Cash App. You guys have been great. You know, the Canelo fight, drop your thoughts in the comment. Even if you're watching the replay, let me know what you felt about the fight. We working.